My name is Braden Fitchko. I'm number 81, and I play wide receiver. And my fun fact is since the 4th grade, I've always had the most accessories on the team.
What does it mean to you to be an Avon Eagle?
Being an Avon Eagle, it means like to put in hard work. You want to represent your school, the people you play with, and the community you play for.
Think of everything you go through with the dirty dozens, the 2-a-days, the 5 a.m. lifts. How would you describe that to an outsider that has no clue?
It's not always fun, but it's not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be hard work. But you're really just doing it for the guy next to you. You don't want to let that person down. So you're going to go through with it, and you're going to get up, you're going to do the hard work, and you're going to do the lifting.
How much has it changed you as a person?
I think it changed me a lot because it like teaches me things that like I'm going to need further down in my life. It teaches me like how to rely on other people, how other people can rely on me, just working with other people. Probably just the getting up early part helps too. Getting up early for a job or something like that keeps you disciplined.
What do you think your role is on this team?
My role on this team, probably to be a leader. Since I am like an older guy now, I probably just want to set a good example, show the younger guys leadership, how to do things, make sure they're always like, I'm just setting a good example really all together.
Stereotype wide receiver, go back to Keyshawn Johnson, give me the ball. You get the ball on occasion, but you're more called on for other duties.
Yeah.
So what does that say about you to accept that role?
I always looked at it as whatever I can do for the team. That's like, if that's what they need me to do, I want to go out there and do it 110%. If they need me to go block 100 plays, I'll go block 100 plays. You don't always have to be the one getting the big play or everything, because you're making if you do a small role really well, then it makes a big difference at the end of the day.
How's that make you feel then when you do the little things to help other people succeed?
Good, because at the end of the day, if our team is doing good, then I'm happy. So that's really all that matters at the end, is winning, and winning as a team and a group.
With attitudes like that, how much does that separate you guys from other schools in the area?
I would say a lot, because we always got each other's back. Like, I don't want to let these dudes down. They don't want to let us down. They don't want to let other teammates down. So I think it really separates us, because we're not about individuals, but we're about like us as a group in a whole.
How psyched are you for your senior year?
I'm really excited. I think we have a lot to prove this season. I think we can go out. I think we can do great things, especially with a lot of returning guys. I think we're going to do pretty well this year.
You're part of the skill position. When you're looking around at your fellow teammates and all the talent that's around this team, how scary is that?
It definitely like inspires you to work hard. You just want to go out there and give it 110% every day, because you know like how much talent there is next to you. You really know you're always just fighting for a spot on the field, and you're always fighting for just like a chance at a play or making a play or something like that. So anytime you can stand out, you really want to make sure that you're doing that and work your hardest.
I've heard a lot of people say state championship. How realistic is that?
I think it's really realistic. I think we have a really good group to do it this year. The guys in there, they want it really bad. This whole team really wants it. I think the whole all Avon really wants it this year. I think we got a good group to do it. I think it's really realistic.
High football IQ. He's so trustworthy. Last year, he probably played most snaps out of any receiver we had, and that's a lot to say with the group of guys we had that graduated last year too and returning this year. He played the most snaps. He may not have had the most touchdowns or catches, but he's another one like Evan who takes pride in blocking on the perimeter and doing those little things right. He's unselfish. He's not a me guy. He's all about the team. What can he do to get his guys open? What can he do to block for a guy like JC and Gavin? He understands that if he does just enough on the perimeter blocking for JC and Gavin and Sam, that they're going to make him look really good, and he takes pride in that.
But you almost look at him as an extra blocker, and he shines in that, and he thrives for it. What does that say about his character?
He's a team guy. He could care less if the ball is in his hands. He's never once complained about that either. Like he could have easily came to us last year and said, "Coach, how can I get the ball in my hands more?" but he understands that he's not going to be on the field if he's not doing the little things right before that. So, and that little things include blocking on the perimeter and getting other guys open when he needs to clear something out. He's one of those guys that it doesn't matter if he's getting the ball thrown to him, and if the ball is thrown to him, he can make plays too. And we're really excited to see him take that next step this past offseason. We went into it and I told him, I said, you played the most snaps out of any receiver. I'd really like to see you take this next step in the off season and put weight on. I think you put on 25 to 30 pounds of muscle. And you can, like the other day we watched film from last year and you looked at Braden and you were like, oh my gosh, you can clearly tell the difference and how much muscle he's put on. So I think that's going to help him take the next step and, being that next playmaker as well.
Reliable, trustworthy. He communicates on the perimeter with guys about who to block, how to line up the right way. I mean, I think he played the most snaps for last year for us of all the receivers last year because he wasn't playing defense, so we got him all the time. And another kid that's versatile, can actually play Z, X, and F, so that means he can play all 3 receiver spots for us. Great blocker, and the thing with Braden that I've been so proud of him for is the way he's worked on his hands in the offseason. Like, he's catching the ball so much cleaner than last year, and I think that's going to really allow him to make the most of his opportunities this season. And I'm excited to see Braden, tonight and also in our games, next week and beyond.
Braden Fitchko is a young man that the other day at practice, I basically looked at our coaches and said, he may be one of my favorite players. And they looked at me like, well, you're not supposed to have favorite players, but I love him. And I love him because he just makes me smile all the time. Braden Fitchko is a starter for our football team. He never says one word about individual stats or individual accomplishments. He is an ultimate team guy, team first, always has a smile on his face, always making practice fun. And he's a guy that, I need in my life, and that's why I like him so much, because he compliments me in ways that make me enjoy coaching.
What does that say about a player like him that just accepts his role?
The thing is, he's worked so hard from his freshman year to make himself into the player he is today. If you would have asked everybody on the team, would he be starting for us as a freshman, I think most coaches would have said, no, he might provide depth, or he's a great kid to have on the team. But he has worked his butt off to have better hands, to catch the ball consistently. He's an effort guy who will give you everything he has, blocking. And more importantly, it's the things people don't see, which is running routes and running them with 100% effort, even though you're not the primary receiver. But if you jog those routes, the timing, the spacing is not there. So some of the times you see other receivers successful, it's because he's clearing out routes or he's doing the right thing running his routes to provide opportunities for others. But in so doing, he also has provided opportunities where he's actually got the ball thrown to him and made some big plays this year.
Yeah, he's made some big plays. How about even in Florida? He scored the only touchdown.
That's right, 7-0 game winner. We joked about that when we were over. The game was over. I couldn't be happier for him. He is such a good kid and so much fun to be around. And anytime something good happens for him, I can't help but smile.
If you were a flavor of ice cream, what would you be?
Oh, I'd say a caramel fudge brownie from Mitchell's. Really good flavor.
Penn said the same thing.
Yeah, really good flavor. I think he told me that once. At least.
He also said that if you get the bottom of the barrel, that's the best.
Yes, that's true. That's factual. I'm back.
All right, I'm gonna have to remember that. Okay, if you were pizza, what toppings would be on you?
I've always been a pepperoni guy, but if I had to add some other stuff, probably go some pepperoni, some sausage, probably some mushrooms, and maybe some black olives. Pretty good. Pretty solid lineup there.
You wouldn't have to worry about me taking a slice. If they made a movie about Braden Fitchko, who would star as Braden?
I had to think about this one. I don't know. I'd probably just go like Tom Holland or something like that. I feel like could look a little similar hair-wise. He's British. I'm not British though, but I think he's pretty funny, dude. I think I'm somewhat funny. So
I don't know who that is.
Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the new one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, now I know who he is. I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you got Spider-Man,
Yeah, him just like Spider-Man, exactly like him.
Yeah.
Yep, Spidey senses and all.
Recently, the Mega Millions was $1 billion. If you bought that ticket and you won, what would be the first few things you buy?
Okay. So I've always said I want to be a season ticket holder for the Browns. Big Browns fan, so that's definitely happening. Maybe get a Lowe's or something like that. We can sit up with the family, some friends. That'd be fun. I don't really want like a super expensive car because I'd just be nervous. If I dent it, then that's a lot. I don't want to be nervous when I'm driving everywhere. I want to be able to drive. I've always wanted. I don't know if you ever seen Transformers, Bumblebee. He is it's like a what is it? Yellow Camaro with stripes down the middle. Look it up if you don't know, but that's what I would want. That's the car that I want. And I'd probably get I don't need a super big house because I feel like it's too much to manage, but a pretty nice sized house would be maybe like some turf in the back or basketball court.
Is that what you get servants for, though, to manage?
I guess, yeah, I could do that, but I still don't need I don't want to take a super big house. I don't need that.
You're not being gaudy and greedy?
No, I just need like a bigger house, like I'm not saying I don't want a small house, but like a pretty good size, but just not a huge mansion. There's no need for it.